solo fabuloso, filosofo palasa. Y regular bedelo below this, palasa, which basically means I don't know.
What?
So we're all running for the flex. Pete told me I was next. I'm coming for next. It really isn't no question. Only superheroes in a section.
Well, you made it to another video. We appreciate you guys. Welcome, Black. I had to put the thing down. I had to put my sword down for this. Welcome, Black, to another video. We thank you guys for clicking on this video, tuning in to listen and watch with us. We got topics today. We got topics. So we need more distractions, more disruptions. All right, Harrison, I got character for you, bro. I got a character for you. Oh, by the way, you already know what to do. Check the link in the description. Plugs are there. Let's get to it. Okay, without any further ado, any more distractions. Harrison, my character today is, I didn't bring this character because I thought I would win. I brought this character because of more. I brought it because it was the right thing to do. I just needed to bring this war. I brought Afro Samurai. That's what I brought today. That's what I'm bringing to the table, right? I'm bringing him to the table because even though he's not necessarily the go-to, power entity that we usually pick, he's not a power entity. He's someone that I can still rely on to give me 110%. So that's why I chose him. I didn't necessarily choose him because I would think I would win. I chose him because morality. Who's your character, bro?
No, the Afro Samurai is cold. He is number one in his universe. He is number one. I picked my character. I picked a soul survivor. I picked Akame from Akame Got Killed.
Ooh, you know so much. I see. And what, fairy tale, is the reason for this premature decision?
See, I picked her. I picked her because I knew she was, because if there's one thing she knows how to do, it is survive. She has survived. She has pretty much outlasted every single one of her teammates in every iteration of her group. She was the last person standing in her anime. She was the only character left.
Fascinating. I'm working with a super warrior. I'm working with a top tier level superior warrior. I see. We're not dealing with a regular person, which is what I expected. I expected to deal with people who are not people. So, as we usually do on this channel, we like to list our powers. So we'll go ahead and start with mine. My character powers. Otherwise known as, he's an incredibly talented swordman. I'm reading this. Incredibly talented swordman. Right. He has killed many in defense and revenge for the ultimate goal of avenging his father. That's usually what happens. Characters lose their loved ones. They turn into this mastermind of a being that they were always destined to be. Right. He has enhanced durability, enhanced strength, and combat. Right. Combat, I don't know. I may have got you beat. I don't know about combat because he's up there. Right. After someone can literally slice you, take your throat without even blinking. Like, come on. Right. Enhanced speed, he's got weapons, he's got a sword wielded by his father, Rakataro, right? And he's a master swordman. I think he's a sword master. So I don't know if that beats your character, but that's what I'm working with.
I will give it to you. I will give it to you. Any character if your character is strong, odds are he's got a dead loved one. Odds are he's got a dead parent. That's pretty much just how every single character works, whether it's comics, whether it's anime or anything like that. if your character gonna be strong, he gonna have a dead parent.
Exactly. So true.
But after, all right. Akame's main power is that her sword literally one-shots people. Her sword or her tengu is cursed. One slice from that sword, your character get any character, as long as they are an organic being, as long as they have a beating heart, they get poisoned and they die within seconds. She don't even have to stab you. It can be something as small as a slice. It can be basically the equivalent of a paper cut. Unless your character reacts fast enough and say immediately amputates if she hits you in the arm or something, which I'd be willing to argue Afro is capable of doing. I would say he'd be able to amputate himself if he got struck in the arm. But it doesn't just have to be in the arm. You can't amputate your chest without dying. You can't amputate your cheek without dying.
I think that's I really don't think, because usually my characters have weaknesses. I feel like my character doesn't have a weakness. Yours is just stronger. Like I feel like that's the only reason. It's just yours is just that much stronger, and yours has more stretching, I guess. Like your character has more. Your character has less weaknesses, I'll say, than my character, right? It doesn't necessarily mean my character is weak, because I mean, this is for something. But yours is just that much more powerful. So I definitely agree. Like yours is definitely more powerful. But hey, I put up a fight. What were you gonna say?
Like, I will say you put up a fight. Like, I did some, like, you'll probably never hear this from me again. I did some research into this fight, like, because I was wondering how this fight would actually go. I looked into it. They do have comparable speeds. They do have comparable reaction times and all that kind of stuff. Like in her base form. In her base form, they are comparable.
Ooh. See, that's where you're losing. That's where you're losing.
But eventually in that fight, she would get forced to use her ultimate form, or her final form. Or I do not know how to say this name, her Inozuno. Essentially, she slices herself with her blade, and pretty much, I don't know specifically how it works, but she becomes she becomes way faster and gets a faster reaction time. Like, I have calculated it, like, she is able to create after images, which means she is moving at Mach 3. She is able to fight with a character who has stopped time, who is able to stop time. She was able to kill her.
I've been caught before. It's always, I'm telling you, bro, that's how I lose these things. You and Dom, that's how I lose. It's always these one sentence killers. One sentence just kills my entire argument. Like, oh, she can fight. Oh, she can slice her chest off, her arm. And then in one sentence, she can defeat someone who's top time. And like, you're done. I'm out. You're whacked. You're kicked out of the league. You're done.
You're ridiculous.
Yes, that's literally how this usually goes. I'm not surprised. I am not. But let's talk about what would have happened if she didn't get into a final path. The Afro Samurai then still have a chance.
All right. Like, if she did not go into her form, like, all right. I do think they are comparable. Because I've seen Afro Samurai. I've seen what this man was able to do. This man was able to slice a missile out of the sky, like react to a missile, slice it out of the sky. Like that is ridiculous.
Yes,
that is pretty ridiculous.
Yeah. You know, yeah.
I do think that like,
brought him because I was
like base to base, they are pretty comparable.
Yeah. That's why I brought him. I was like, he can put up a fight. He's not just gonna tap out, like these other weak things that I've had in the past week. In the words of our editor, I've lost week after week after week after week after week after week. But this time I at least held my ground, and it was a reasonable character. Like I was like, yo, like that was a solid. I wouldn't even call it an L. It was just like it's like one of those anime fights that just like that person just outlasted you. In anime fights where they're just like the other person didn't necessarily lose because they delivered, like they came in correct. It's just the other person just outlasted them. And it doesn't mean that other person is better. It just means that it just outlasted them, stamina. And I can say this fight, Akame, she's just that much better. Because of the fact that she can still fight somebody who can stop time. That's over somebody. That's over a powerful warrior, right? That's for sure over.
Yeah.
So I definitely agree.
Yeah, like honestly, like there is a certain scale when it comes to that kind of stuff. Like one more like, all right, when I was looking into because I did have that thought in my mind, who could Afro Samurai beat in the anime world? I looked into it. One fight that I would love to see, Fuhrer King Bradley from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, aka Wrath. That man, he is ridiculous. He is a 60-year-old man, and he was like pretty much able to stomp through most of the cast, like, and all he used was his swords and his homunculus power. but I looked into it. Afro Samurai could beat him. Because, like I said, Fuhrer King Bradley, he is ridiculous. Huh?
I was saying, yeah, he's no joke, bro.
Like Fuhrer King Bradley, like he could, like, he is a 60-year-old man. He still has them issues, like the stamina issues.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah.
And pretty much the only way he is able to fight comparably to a whole, like, reasonably fight evenly matched with Afro is because his power allows him to see a bit into the future. But that power doesn't work if at any point he is blinded.
Ooh.
Afro is willing to play dirty. Afro is willing to play dirty.
That is an interesting fight, but we need to have a separate episode for it. That is a cool analogy. Hold off from that. We need to have a separate. That's dope, because if we do that tonight, we're gonna get caught up on that. But yes, that's crazy. I didn't think about that. We're gonna. Okay. I see you. The anime wizard is speaking.
Raheem, I just saw a vision. What
was that?
You guys made it to the end of the video.
Exactly.
Good job. You guys made it. Now, what I also see, I see you guys hitting that like button. hitting that subscribe button, commenting down below about who you want to see next in the Battle of the Universes. And you know what else? I see you guys comping that merch. So like the God says, comment and comp. You heard it here first from your wizard. Comment and comp.
You know what to do. So why are you still sitting there with your chapped lips, still watching this video? Go do what the wizard has spoken you and commanded you to do. Do that. We thank you guys.
I have foretold it.
And listening. We hope you enjoyed this video. We hope. Don't make us ask twice. You better have enjoyed this video. We thank you guys. Please, you know what to do. Like and comment down below. Put some pressure on that notification bell. Like you said, cop some merch. And of course, as always, subscribe to the Radio Raheem and Dom Universe channel. Future videos.